watching the 2025 SCAC Baseball Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the Centenary College baseball program. The Gents will once again be led as they head into the season of the guidance of head coach Mike Diaz, along with leadership from sophomore Alex Miller. And Coach Alex, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Russell.
Thank you. Coach, we'll open up with you going into your 15th season there as the head coach of the Centenary Gents baseball program, coming off an outstanding year in which you crossed the 300-win plateau in your career there at Centenary, moved into third place all time in terms of total SCAC wins in the history of the conference, collected your second SCAC baseball tournament championship in the last 3 years, third in your tenure there, went to another NCAA tournament. Where have you seen the most growth in your program over these last few years? And just ultimately, how excited to be back here at the start of a new season and getting things going?
Yeah, we're excited. Another year, different group. I don't know if you look at it like where the most growth is coming in our program. We're just trying to maintain the excellence that guys before, guys like Alex, have set the bar and the standard that we have for our program. So for us, it's really just finding great individuals, great baseball players, guys that love to compete, and then bringing them here and showing them what we do here and try to get them to understand the standard that's been built over the years here.
Alex, I'm interested just in a vibe check, getting the guys back together. Preseason is underway. This is a defending SCAC championship team coming into this season. What's the vibes been like with this group? How excited you get this season underway? What are you looking forward to most with this group?
I'm looking forward to, we got a lot of new guys coming in this year and just kind of seeing what they can do for the team and seeing if we can do what we did last year.
Coach, you talk about finding players to come in and be a part of this program. You went out and hit the recruiting trail hard this past year, bringing in, I think, 30 first-year players and a big influx of talent into this program this year. What are the biggest challenges as a coach that you face when you bring in that type of talent, young talent into your program? What are the positives, and how have those guys started to adapt to this program and getting prepared for their first college baseball season?
Yeah, I think the first thing is the landscape of recruiting has changed over the last 4 or 5 years, and we're learning to deal with that and the challenges that arise, with a new landscape. But every year is the same. You're trying to bring in it doesn't matter the number. We do have a high number. We lost, 5 positional starters, lost a couple big arms, 2 weekend guys for this year. So we knew we really needed a good recruiting class, but we don't look at it like we've got to bring in a certain number. We really look at it like, man, I like this guy. I think he'd fit his program. And then you bring him in on a visit and you're like, man, that's the type of guy that would do well here at Centenary. And so the challenges of having a roster like that and new guys is engagement. Not everybody's going to play, and you want to keep these guys engaged. And I think with the culture and building relationships with these young men, that's probably the most important thing to get them to understand that you're a part of this program. We want you here and we're going to develop you, and, you're a part of something special, and we need you to keep this thing rolling.
Alex, you're coming off of an outstanding season, bursting onto the scene there and making an immediate impact, not only at Centenary, but across the SCAC, named SCAC Freshman of the Year, second team all conference. What did you learn going through the course of your first collegiate baseball season, and what did that first season do for you, just in terms of your confidence coming into your sophomore campaign?
Obviously kept the confidence high, but it's a new year, so just try to keep working hard and see what I can do, see if I can do better this year.
Coach, you talked about some of this incoming group and the importance of engagement and keeping them involved. I would imagine a big part of that is within the leadership of your program. You've got some veteran guys coming back, 3 all-conference performers from last year, a number of guys that had 85-plus plate appearances from this team. Obviously, Alex sitting next to you, guys like Joby Boone, Clay Minard, Walker Wickland, a guy out in your staff, and Tyler Herrera has thrown some high-leverage innings over the course of his career coming into his senior year. So, where do you see kind of the leadership evolving from this group? Who are some guys that you looking to depend on and lean on in terms of, being real leaders for some of this younger group and ingraining them into this culture?
Yeah, I think it's the guys you named, plus a couple other guys that are returners. You look at guys like Alex, he's like silent but deadly, and I think it's interesting. Our positional group has been like that. He's a man of few words. He's got a great personality. It's hard for him to speak right now. His personality doesn't shine through, but he's really like lead by example type kid. Herrera, he's more a vocal guy. He's been here a while. He's got a lot of hardware and accolades. So he's kind of the guy that fires everybody up. But what we've done this year with this big group coming in is really challenge guys with the concept that you don't have to be a returner to be a leader. You know, and I think that's important for our group. Like, it doesn't matter you're incoming freshman. We want you guys to show your leadership skills right away. But I think the people that we have, not just baseball players and talent, but the people that we have is the reason why we're successful. And Alex is one of those guys.
Alex, finally, as we wrap up with you, this program has seen a lot of success here in recent history. Obviously, as we mentioned, SCAC defending champions coming into this year. So when you've had conversations about some of the goals and expectations coming into this year with other leaders within that clubhouse, what have those conversations looked like? And ultimately, what do you see as being key for this group to have that success coming into the season?
I would say for the most part, when we talk about just being on the locker room, the big thing that we want to be better than last year, just have a better culture, kind of be like a family, a bunch of brothers, and we think that'll help us win more.
And finally, Coach, what's been the message to this group going into this season as you laid the foundation? What are things that you're hoping that they key in and focus and making sure they're as prepared both mentally and physically, going into the start of this season?
Yeah, every group's different, and you try to find that, with every group, like what's going to motivate this group. I think the biggest thing is, and Alex said it, we want good people. We want a culture. We want leaders. And the biggest thing that the coaching staff really harps on is you're going to go compete. It doesn't matter what the score is. You're going to play all 9. You're going to compete. And I think that's been our message since I've been here. And it seems to work. And I know he's a competitor. And hopefully we'll find out next week how many other competitors we've got on our team.
Centenary College head baseball coach Mike Diaz, along with leadership from sophomore Alex Miller, the Gents, and Coach Diaz will open up the 2025 campaign when they take on LaGrange on February 8th. Coach Alex, thanks so much for your time today. Best of luck as you head into the year.
Thanks, Russell. Appreciate it, man.